All right, good morning. Not much on the log today. The one thing I was going to start off with was a scam, a fraud incident that's happened that the city was made aware of. But there was another city department had received a call from a local business, basically asking about some purchases that were made. And once they kind of dug into things, they found out that somebody had called this business a couple of times and ordered some things and claimed to be with the city. The person that picked it up received the items and just said, just go ahead and bill the city, and then left with those items. The city doesn't have any charge accounts. They don't work like that. Anytime that the city purchases something, it's either done with a credit card or a purchase order. And even then, if a city employee is using the credit card, they're going to have their city identification with them as well to identify that they are a city employee. So I checked with the detectives, and I don't think this business has made any reports yet, but I'm sure that's going to be coming. I think the purchases were probably around the range about $6,000, so I would imagine there's going to be a report that's going to be coming. So it's one of those things we just want people to know, to kind of get aware. We haven't heard of any other things where people are claiming to be with the city, but we just wanted to let people know that the credit card or purchase order are the only ways that the city does business. And so if somebody claims to be with the city of Sioux Falls or tries to tell people to bill the city of Sioux Falls, that's obviously going to be a red flag, and don't let them walk out the door with any type of product. So, I'm sorry?
How long was this going on?
I think it was just within the last week, so not very long at all.
Did they go in just once and grab things and leave?
Somebody called, yeah, so somebody called the business and said that they needed to order some items, and then the person that showed up said that they were at the city and just billed the city. So the company, what would be our victim, they ended up calling somebody with the city of Sioux Falls, and they had a name of a person that wasn't a city employee, and so that was obviously a red flag, and they did some digging and kind of pieced together what happened.
Any description on what they bought?
I don't. I think it was something for I thought they said it was for the water department, but I don't have details on exactly what it was. And
And is it like the first time it's been like this recently?
yeah, I haven't heard of anything similar to this where somebody's, purchased something claiming to be with the city. So if it has, it's been a long time since it's happened.
Any surveillance or anything?
That I don't know. Like I said, we haven't had any contact with that business, so I don't know if they have surveillance or not. I mean, it was our finance department and other departments were trying to figure out what happened, and so once they learned all the details of this, they just passed it on and wanted me to let everybody know. Just hopefully we don't have more of a problem like this, but if somebody is representing themselves as being a city employee, then these businesses will know that credit cards and purchase orders are the only way that people can buy items.
So somebody called this business claiming to be with the city, and then somebody showed up at that business with the items?
Right, yeah, they
billed the city?
I guess I don't know if the person, I said that too, I'm not sure that, so we had a person that called and they ordered the items. There was a couple of different phone calls. I don't know if that person necessarily said they were with the city, but the person that came and picked up the items said they were with the city and just billed the city.
Gotcha, that's what I was gonna go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was over the last week. All the emails on this were just in the last couple of days, so I'd say it was sometime over the last week, but might have been a little bit longer than that. I don't have, obviously, the exact dates because we don't have the report yet from the victim.
And then who came to pick up those items? They had the fake name? with the
Yes,
city?
yep, the person that came to pick up the items gave the fake name and said they were the city employee.
Do you have a location now?
I don't.
Okay.
No, it was a local business, that's all I know. And the aggravated assaults, not really much there. One of them, had some people in a car, and a guy that was driving threatened to crash the car. He didn't. He ended up getting arrested, but there weren't any injuries. The other one started off as a shoplifting, and once the suspect was confronted, she made a motion like she had a gun in her waistband and threatened to shoot the employee. There was a traffic stop shortly after that, and they ended up finding a realistic-looking BB gun. No injuries with that. The burglary, that was an apartment that was entered. Nothing big from the disorderlies, a few trespassings, some other reports. The embezzlements are both cars that were loaned out. Family dispute and offenses are reports. No arrests on any of those. The frauds, a couple of more reports. The larcenies, a couple of unlocked cars, some shopliftings, license plates, nothing high dollar taken. Narcotics are marijuana and meth. There were some pills mixed in there, but no big quantities on anything. Sex offenses are all reports. Did have a sex offender that didn't register. Simple assault was a domestic, nothing suspicious with the unattended death. And the vandalisms, we had a little bit of everything. Some apartments, a motel, a car that was keyed. Nothing real big out of those. No arrests were made on any of those either.
Can you give more details on the BB gun shoplifting?
Yeah, that was about 3 p.m. yesterday, and this is at the Hy-Vee on East 10th Street. It's like near 10th and Cleveland. The suspect is a woman, and we had an employee that saw her walk out with a couple of cookies. He made a comment that she needed to pay and took the cookies away, and there were some kind of words that were exchanged, and that's when she made the comment that she was going to shoot him and reach to her waistband. We had officers that,
Did she end up taking the cookies?
yeah, she gave them back to him, so,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So she didn't leave with anything. And looks like they were able to get a license plate number, and so it was just within a couple of minutes, the officers found that vehicle and stopped it, and she was inside.
And you said they just found a realistic looking BB gun on her?
Yeah, it was found inside the vehicle. Yep.
Yeah, you said that was modified, it looked like a real weapon.
It wasn't modified, it was just, a lot of BB guns are designed and made now to look extremely realistic. You know, we've seen different instances where officers have encountered them, and really, unless you're handling it, looking at it, they're almost impossible to tell the difference. And so this is one of those type of BB guns, and certainly we've seen BB guns that may have like an orange tip on them. Some of them don't, and so this was one that just looked like a realistic gun.
And what was she charged with?
She also had some prescription pills in her pocket, some loose pills. So she was charged with aggravated assault, obstruction, resisting arrest, looks like she had a little bit of marijuana, so misdemeanor amount of marijuana, paraphernalia, possession of controlled substance, and theft. Must have been a shoplifting. Looks like the state's attorney amended that aggravated assault to a simple assault this morning, so.
You said she was like reaching towards her waistband when she made those comments?
When she made the comment to the employee, yeah, that she was going to shoot him, she was reaching to her waistband.
She didn't like pull anything out then?
No, I don't think she actually pulled any weapon out, but the employee thought she had
Okay.
some weapon.
Do you have her name, please?
Yep, her last name is Ironroad, Ironroad. First is Madison, Madisyn. Middle is Keisha, Keisha, and she's 19 from Sioux Falls.
It was just the loose pills that were found on her?
Yeah, some loose prescription pills. That's all I have, unless you guys have anything else.